If you actually want to start creating content that builds trust and earn you money in 2026, then you need to stop chasing views and likes. There are a lot of content creators getting thousands and millions of views every single month, but yet they are still broke or just making a few dollars every single month. Meanwhile, there are content creators that are creating value for a small niche audience, some of them having less than 10,000 subscribers, but they are making thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars every single month. Now, as someone who generated 6 figures in 2025 through content creation, monetizing across multiple content platforms, through digital sales, through affiliate products, and even brand sponsorship, I can tell you that real success comes by actually building real value, building trust, and monetizing your content in a very specific way. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can be a value creator, someone whose content can change lives and generate real income from it. Now stick with me and you will work with a framework that you can implement right away. Now here is what we'll be covering in this particular video. What it really means to become a value creator, how to find your niches and solve real problems, how do you structure your content as a value creator so people watch and they trust you, how to turn your value into income without being pushy or sassy, and last but not the least, some common mistakes that stops value creator from making money from the value they push out. We will go step by steps with examples and actionable steps, and at the end of this particular video, you should go out with a blueprint for actually creating income with your content. Now let's start with this question. Who is a value creator? Or what is a value creator? A value creator or a value content creator is someone who teaches something useful, who solves problems, or improve the life of people in a useful way. Now, this could be someone who teaches people a particular skill set, someone who impacts knowledge, someone who helps you solve a particular problem, however important or small the problem may be. It could be someone who transforms your life in some way, or even someone who motivates you to do something. So more like a motivator is also a value content creator. Now the opposite of a value creator would be someone who creates entertaining content. Now there is no intrinsic value in entertaining content, but then that is the opposite of value creator. In this regard, we could talk about comedy, it could be music, it could be movies, it could also be viral content, like a lot of content we see on this short form platform, which only strive to keep you entertained and keep your dopamine pumping as much as you can. So while some persons can see those form of content as also still adding values, these values are not useful or improve the life of the person watching that video in any useful way. Another thing between an entertaining content and a value-packed content is that it is very difficult for you to sell using an entertaining content. Now think about the last time your favorite comedian or musician promotes a particular product. Most likely those promotions or those kind of promotions are for brands awareness. Nobody is going to be watching a comedy skit and click into an affiliate product or a software that helps email marketers. But if an email marketer or someone who creates videos on email marketing or how to run an online business is promoting a software that helps people run an online business effectively, the viewers are most likely to listen because running a business is what they also do. Unlike comedy, a lot of people watch comedy. There is no particular niche or sect of people that watch comedy or that listens to music or that watch movies. Almost everyone does that. But then when it comes to value-packed content, only a handful of people are interested in that particular niche or topic that a value creator is talking about. So whenever he promotes a product relating to its niche or its feed, it's most likely to get him sales because people that listens or watches his content are most interested in that particular feed or study. So I'll give you a simple example, like a video editor. A video editor can create content on YouTube and start talking about the software he's using. Like I use CapCut to edit my videos, or I use DaVinci to edit my videos. Now, what you discover is that people watching that video are most likely to want to use the same software the video editor or the content creator that creates content on video editing is actually using, because they are gaining value from the content he's putting out there. The only way to be able to extract that value is sometimes to use the particular software, the particular product that the content creator is using. In this case, the value content creator is actually using. So you see, from these two examples, it is much more easy to make sales as a value creator because the people you attract, Despite the fact that they are small, they are more niche, they understand what you are doing, they get solutions, they get help, they solve their problems, they improve their life from your content. It is much more easy to get them to buy products for you, whether it's your own product or your affiliate product, or even to click on the brand sponsorship ads that you have on your videos, than in an entertaining content or in a viral content that is just meant to allow you waste time or to allow you while away your time in your leisure periods. Now, when it comes to value, value is measured by the way your audience reacts. So, are your audience asking questions? Are your audience sharing your content? Are your audience buying from you? If your audience are not buying from you, they are not asking questions or dropping comments at the comment section of your video, it therefore means that maybe that content is not value packed. These are indicators that you need to look out when creating content that gives you a strong indication or proof that your content is either impacting on your audience or they are not. Now, before we move forward, I have a simple assignment I want to give to you right now. So I want you to take 5 minutes and write out 3 ways your content could solve a problem for your audience this week. So think about your content, or think about the content you want to put out. So let's say you've not started putting out content, and think about 3 ways your content can solve problems for your ideal audience. So it's more like you writing out the solutions you want to solve for your ideal audience. Write them down in a notebook. It's going to take you less than 5 seconds to come up with that. Write those 3 solutions that your content wants to solve for your ideal audience out. Now, it could be a skill, it could be a particular information, it could be an hack that you know. Whatsoever it is, just write it down. If you want a detailed roadmap on how you can monetize every piece of content you put out there, check out my content monetization roadmap. I share with you 7 tactics on different levels as a value creator that you can use to monetize your content. It's going to be linked in the description. It's a free course, so you can access it whenever you want. Most content creators fail because they try to appeal to everyone. They create content on everything possible. They try to bring out all of their interests and start creating content on all of that. Now, why there are lots of people out there that has given this advice and they said it works for them, I want to tell you that if you are starting out at the very beginning, you cannot afford to do this. Now, you can do this later in your career after you have built trust, you have built a solid audience base, you have impacted in life, and now people like and trust you just for who you are. You can decide to go broad in your subject. But for right now, you're starting out, you need a topic, you need a niche, you need a specific audience that you would want to solve a specific set of problems for. Remember, I told you to write down 3 solutions that your content solves for your ideal audience. Now, those 3 solutions will be more like what your content should be all about. So as you go ahead creating content, your major focus should be on those 3 solutions. So every content that you put out there should take your ideal audience closer to the solutions to those problems. Remember those 3 solutions? Every content you put out should take them closer to solving that solution. At the end of the day, if you have a subscriber or a follower that has been on your channel for like 3 months, that particular subscriber should be able to tell 1 problem or 2 problems that your content has solved for him or her. That is an indication that your content is best serving your ideal audience. And without having that indication, you cannot sell any products to them. Ask yourself, what does your ideal audience struggle with? What questions are they asking online? This is where your content begins to matter. The moment your content starts solving problems that your viewers, your audience are having, that is the moment people begin to trust you. Now, I've seen a lot of persons that create content just for views and hoping that when their audience buy their product, that is when they start getting the real value. Now, no one is going to buy your product. It's the reason you are getting low sales. It's the reason no one is clicking on your link in the description, because your content solves 0 problem to them. As we move further, I'm going to share with you a trick that a lot of you do not know. But let me give you a simple sample. Your content is the same basically with the course or the product you are putting out there. There is nothing different. The only difference is that you make content based on what people want, and then you create course based on what people need. But one way or the other, your free content and your paid course is somewhat relatable because both aim to solve the same problem. Now, here is a simple method. Choose one industry, choose one problem, choose one solution, and stick to it for the rest of your life. Yes, I said it. Pick one industry, which is one niche. Pick one problem you want to solve in that particular niche. Pick one solution you want to use to solve that problem and stick to it in all of your content, in all of your paid products. The more you stick to this, the more people see you as an authority in that particular niche. And the more people see you as an authority in that particular niche, the more trust they have in you, and the more they are very willing to bring out their money to pay for the products that you are actually promoting. So let me give you an example. The one industry could be video creation, and then the one problem could be short viral video editing. So you want to teach people how to edit short videos that go viral. That is the problem you want to solve. Now, the solution to that is teaching people CapCut editing. So we've picked one solution to that particular problem in one industry. Now, take a look at this particular example. You can see that the product that we promotes itself, CapCut. So it's obvious that if we are using CapCut as our editing software to teach people how to edit short videos that go viral, one of the products we should be promoting is CapCut. There are other things we can promote under this. If you want me to give example, we can promote different templates that people can use so it helps them edit the video faster. We can promote logs that helps give people a particular feeling, like if you want the way my video looks, there's a particular log that we use. You can sell those if you are in the video creation niche. So, and you can also create a course on CapCut editing that covers all of the basics and all of the ways people can create or edit viral shots. Now, another example would be in graphic design. So graphic design is the industry. Now, what is the problem that we aim to solve? Low viral or CTR thumbnail. So the problem here is that people are having low click-through rates on their YouTube thumbnail. And the solution is teaching them how to create high click-through rate thumbnails. And the software we can decide to use can be Canva. If we decide to use Canva, the product that we are promoting shows itself. Canva. We can create a course, we can create templates for thumbnails, we can create lots of things on that. We can create ebooks on the psychology of what a good thumbnail should look like. You see right there, this is exactly what you need to do. So go ahead again. On that same book, you wrote those 3 solutions that your content seeks to solve for your audience. I want you to do this again. Write down your ideal audience and 5 problems that they face that you can solve with your content. Now remember, this can be video ideas. Write that down. That is number 1. And number 2, the industry you are in, write it down. The problem you aim to solve, write it down. The solution, write it down. I will go over it again. There are 2 assignments I'm giving you. Go back to that same notebook, write down your ideal audience and 5 problems they face that you can solve with your content. Write it down. Now, these problems this time can be your first 5 YouTube videos or TikTok videos or Instagram videos. It doesn't matter what platform you want to do this on. Now, the next assignment is that pick one industry, write it down, just like I did with the example of video creation and graphic design. Now, pick one problem you aim to solve with your content, and lastly, pick the solution, one solution that you want to use to solve that one problem. Now, this assignment, as you do them, is going to open your mind to see exactly what particular audience you are serving, what type of content you need to put out there in order for you to attract them, and then what solutions you need to offer to them in order for you to gain their trust. So now you can now sell your digital product, your affiliate product, and also even what type of brand deals you should collect that will appeal to them and give you the best results. Now let's talk about choosing a platform for your content before we move on to creating the content itself. Now, there are long form content and there are short form content. There are also video platform, there are graphic platform, and there are writing platform. Example of video platform is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. These are video platform. We have writing platform as in the case of X, LinkedIn, Thread. We also have graphic platform like Instagram, Pinterest. Those are graphics platform. But I want to focus on video in this particular channel. Now, the reason for that is because video builds trust way faster than any other means of content. And most especially, YouTube videos, long YouTube videos build more trust than TikTok, than Instagram Reels that are less than 3 minutes, or most of them are even less than a minute. So if you are into video creation, then this part down to the rest of this content will appeal to you really, really well. So one thing I want you to do is to pick one long form video platform, which obviously you need to pick YouTube, and then you pick one short form video platform. And my personal recommendation would be TikTok, because it is much more easy for you to go viral with your content, especially if you are putting out a very, very good value out there. Now, I do not want you to encounter the pitfall of trying to be out there in multiple platforms. I know it is very easy for you to be like, since I'm putting out content on TikTok, why not I just put it on Instagram, on YouTube Short, and all of the short form platform? I get it and I understand that. But the best route for this is for you to be platform focused. So you have one strategy for YouTube long form content, one strategy for TikTok. Now, as you grow and you start generating money, you can easily pay a social media manager to take all of your content on TikTok and repurpose it on Instagram, on X, on any other platform that you want. It is very important because there are two things that we are going to be doing right here. We are going to be researching content on YouTube that our audience wants. Remember, previously I said something about your content. Your free content is most likely what your audience wants. Your paid course is what your audience need, but they are not further apart. Most likely, they are just the same information, but in a whole different way. So the way your audience asks questions is most likely different from the way they should actually ask questions. It's what differentiates a need from a want. Like someone that wants to buy a car, the major reason you need a car is from transportation. But what they want could be a very fancy car. Now, what they are doing right there is neglecting the real reason why they need a car, which is transportation. It doesn't really matter what type of car, as long as you get to the destination. But then your audience is coming from an angle of, I need this specific car, like maybe other specific car won't get them. But what your paid course is doing is showing them the reason why they don't need expensive cars. They need this specific car because this specific car saves fuel. This specific car is not expensive, so they can use the remaining money to buy other things. So I'm just using this as an example. So the main point here is that your free content and your paid content are not further apart, even though the difference there is what your audience wants and what they actually need. It's not really further apart. So in these two platforms you are picking, both TikTok and YouTube, you need to do platform research. Go into the platform, research on YouTube, research on TikTok separately to see what your ideal audience is looking for in this platform. What your ideal audience is looking for in TikTok would be very different from what your ideal audience is looking for on YouTube, and different from X, different from Instagram. So you need to go platform specific at the very beginning, and this is the real reason why you just need to focus on two platforms, one long form, one short form. Now, how do you create content for both long form and short form content? Now, if there's one thing I want you to take from in this particular video, is the fact that your content, your free content, is the same as your paid course. The only difference is that your free content is like you break down your paid course into different modules, into smaller bits, and then you are putting it out there little by little. So what we do, or what every content creator do, every value creator do on their YouTube video, is they pass you the solutions to your problem, but they give you in bits. And there are two reasons they do that. One, they give you in bits based on what the YouTube algorithm is showing to us that our audience wants to hear. So they give you the solutions to your problem in bits. And secondly, we break down our course in different format. Now, most likely it's not going to be organized. What I mean organized is that the module 1 in my course could be my number 500 video on this channel. And then module 3 on my course would be my number 1 video on this channel. So it's not organized. Watching my videos all through, except you're a very, very smart person, you would get all the solutions that you need in my paid course. But then a lot of people will not watch all of your YouTube videos, so they cannot get the entire solutions. And that is where your course comes in, because your course is more like a systematic, well-arranged format of the solutions to their problem. Meanwhile, your content is more like a disorganized, piece by piece information that solves their problem in some way, but the only way they can solve it entirely is if they watch every piece of your content, which is impossible, or they just simply buy your course. So you get it. A lot of people make the mistake of hoarding information. I see a lot of content creators doing that. So on their free content, they all the information, and like if you want to get more about this, check out my page. That's not how it works. In fact, you need to give out everything you can in your free content, and then your paid course is just more about getting those same information but in a very systematic, arranged order, and most especially getting the attention of you, the content or the value creator. So in my paid course, you get my attention. In my free content, you just get to watch my videos, leave a comment, and I answer those comments. But in my paid course, you get my attention, you get my community, you get to talk to me one-on-one. That's what people pay for in courses. People don't pay to get those information. There is no course out there that those information cannot be found in ChatGPT on one YouTube video. There is no course out there. But then you will never see a YouTube channel that has it well arranged as you have it in anyone's paid course. Now, your long form content and your short form content serve different purpose. Your long form content builds trust because people bench watch your content. Like if you've been watching this particular video up to this very point, you've probably spent more than 10-15 minutes with me already. It builds more trust. But your short form content is for attention. It is more dopamine kind of content. Although it passes value, but the value is very, very much incomplete, and there's a lot of nuance to that information you get from short. So it's more like attention grabbing to just prove that this guy has something else to say. And so people can use your short form content to find you to your long form content, where you can now bench them and explain full value to them. They can now trust you, and then they can now buy your product. There's a formula most content creators and entrepreneurs use when it comes to content creation to determine how trust is being built. It's called the 7-11-4 rule of building trust with content. Now, this rule simply means that in order for a particular person to trust you online, they have to watch 7 hours of your content. Now, if you are relying on just short form platform, it's going to take you years to achieve 7 hours of content. But then with long form content like this podcast, you can easily get 7 hours achievable. So 7 hours form of content can be on YouTube, a podcast of 2 hours, several videos of 30 minutes long, like this particular video, can get you 7 hours as fast as possible. And then the 11 means 11 touch points, which means they must have encountered, watched like 7 of your videos, or read 7 of your materials, or watched 2 videos, like 2 videos on TikTok, like one of your videos, or one of your blog posts, like 2 videos on Instagram, see a couple of your tweets. So it's like touch point, different interaction point, different points. They get to meet you 11 times, and then in 4 different platforms. I know this particular 4 platform rule goes against me telling you to actually stick with 2 platforms, one long form, one short form. But then it is what it is. It's just a rule. It doesn't mean people will not buy from you if they don't watch your content up to 7 hours, or if they don't get 11 touch points, or if they don't see you in 4 different platforms. It's just a rule that can be broken, but it's just industry standard of building trust with an audience. But I want you to stick with 2 platforms at first. Like I said, you can always scale after growing on this platform. And it's not going to be forever. In the space of 1 year, you can blow up on YouTube if you do it correctly, and you can blow up on TikTok if you do it correctly for the next 3 to 6 months. But this is the rule for building trust, 7-11-4. I want you to keep that in mind as you move on your business journey. Now, while creating content, you need to balance the value you are giving with engagement. You need to tell personal stories, share examples. You need to share stories that will help in your retention. Now, one time I was sharing a personal story on one of my YouTube videos, and I placed a particular figure on the screen. I think $10,000, which I made from one affiliate product, but it was for the whole year because I was very passive with that affiliate program. And then the person asked, "Do you mean $10,000 every month or yearly?" in the comment section. And a lot of people went wide with that particular comment. There were 2 sides to the story. One set of people were on the fact that $10,000 in a country like Nigeria is a whole lot of money in a single year. That is like 15 million naira. While on the other side, there are certain people that were saying that $10,000 was too small to make as a commission for a single year. Now, I don't really care about which side makes sense, but what that happened was that as a result of my personal story, I was able to get more comments on that particular video, which made that particular video to go much more viral, to get more views, to get more retention. A lot of people were going back to watch that video to see exactly the context at which I said, and you can see them coming back to the comment section arguing with himself and saying he said he was very passive with it, which was true. I was really passive. I did no form of paid promotion. I was just dropping link in the description of my video in order for me to achieve that. But then the point I'm making here is your personal story can really push retention really, really further. Forget about the measure value, which is very important, by the way, but people are very, very much drawn to stories. For some reason, if you start telling a story in a particular room and that story is very interesting, you see people keeping quiet to listen to you and they want to know what happened next. Adding those stories to your videos helps you increase your retention, thereby allowing your content to go viral and getting more views and more audience that wants to see those content. Now, remember, and this is very important, your free content on YouTube, on TikTok is actually what your audience wants. And what does that mean? It means you have to go onto YouTube and start searching for what your ideal audience is searching for on YouTube. That will now lead you to learning YouTube SEO, researching your competitors. Like what I mean by competitors are people that are already in your niche that are solving problems for the audience you want to still solve problems for. Look at their content that are getting the most views, and try to watch the video and see the information they pass that allow that video to get more view, and then remake that content in your own style, providing your solution in your own unique way. So your free content is all about what your audience wants. Meanwhile, your paid course is about what your audience need. Now remember, people do not pay for information because information can be found everywhere. YouTube, Google, Pinterest, every platform, every social media platform is a search engine. I can literally get information anywhere. People pay, people buy your courses, people buy your digital product, people click onto the links, onto software links, affiliate link because of access. So if people can get and organize information in your paid course, they are going to pay for it. If people can get access to you, they are going to pay for it. So focus on that and do not try to restrict value from your audience while creating your free content. As much as you can, give them everything they need. As much as in their own life, they are able to see the improvement in their life as they watch your content. They are able to solve their problems from the information they get in your content. They are going to remember you. And I'm going to tell you one truth is that they are going to buy from you. The next time you put out a product, you put out the software, they're going to buy from you. Now, one of my YouTube channels where I started talking about CPA marketing, at the very beginning, I did not have a paid course. I created lots of free content to the point that literally every single video I put out there, people are always asking, we need a paid course from you. Like literally people begged me to actually create a paid course. And the truth about it is that at the time, it was not because I did not want to create a paid course. I did not have time for the paid course because I was making money with CPA marketing from the strategies that I was teaching. And because of that, I was so comfortable with the money that I did not see the need to make a paid course. But because of the content I was putting out, showing my strategies and everything, a lot of people wanted me to have an organized course for them that they can buy. And because of those requests, I had to create a course around CPA marketing. And I can tell you for once that even up to this very date, my course is one of the best CPA marketing courses you can see on YouTube. Most of the CPA marketing course that I've bought, they are all lies. And the reason for that is because I had the value, I made money from the value, and I'm able to use that value to impact life. And when people started getting some level of results with my strategies, they were asking for more. And more is simply nothing different, but just an organization of the entire business, the entire strategy, and my entire blueprint to them in form of a course. And they were willing to pay for it. I bet like in a single month, I think while I was promoting that course, I made over like 6 million in a single month in 2025. I think it was like January because I created the course during the December holiday in 2024. And so coming to 25, I launched the course. And in that first month, made over 6 million. And then it dropped down to 4 million, 4 million, 4 million. Before, after a while, I stopped even promoting that particular course. Now, the reason for this story is all simple. If you add a lot of values to your audience, if you do not withhold information, you are definitely going to see the sales. You are definitely going to get loyal followers that would buy any product that you put out there, that would click any link that you put out there. Because for some reason, once your audience trusts you, they just want to follow you to do whatsoever thing you are doing. If this is the Telegram group you are creating, they want to join. If this is the product you are using now, they want to use that same product. So it's basically how it works. Now, one more tip for creating content: don't overthink production. You can make your video with one take, just edit the fluff and the homes in your content and upload it. In 2026, genuine content tends to get more views, tends to build more trust than over editing content, fast paced editing. It's more like entertaining content, and people get less value from such content. If you can talk on camera, you can make clean shots like the one I'm making, no much editing. You can easily build trust easily and easily sell products using the content that you put out there. So a simple assignment I want to give to you is to plan out 3 content ideas. I want you to go onto YouTube and search for your competitors, people that are solving the same problems for your ideal audience. Now look at their channels in the last 3 months and pick out 3 content that you would want to talk about, that you have good knowledge about, and you have a personal take on that particular subject, and write out those ideas. Do the same on TikTok. Find like 5, 10 TikTokers that are serving your ideal audience. Look at their content in the last 1 month in TikTok, 1 month on YouTube, last 3 months, and look at the videos that did well. So if they are getting maybe an average 5K views and you saw one of the videos that got 20K views, look at that video carefully that has more views and try to replicate that in your own way, in your unique take, adding your personal spin or your personal take on that particular video. So I have like 3 ideas on YouTube, 5 ideas on TikTok. Write them down. Save those videos if possible. You can save them on YouTube, save them on TikTok respectively, and then go out there and create those content right now. It doesn't matter what camera you are using. When I even started creating content online, I was using a techno phone, like a techno phone that cost like 50,000 naira. At the time, the screen was already pulling off, and that's the truth. And I created screen recording videos for my audience at the time before I was able to buy a laptop and then create screen recording videos and then move on to buying an iPhone and then started creating videos using an iPhone. And now I'm using a digital camera to create content. So you can start with whatsoever thing you have, doesn't matter. And then as you make money with your content, you can improve your gadgets, you can improve your mics, you can improve your camera, and improve as you grow. Now, once your audience trusts you, monetization becomes the easy part of being a value creator. Like, think about it. What is the use of creating content if you do not get paid for the content you are putting out there? Now, I know we want to help people. Genuinely, I love creating videos and I love talking about business. I love talking about money personally. But I also want to make money as I talk about this. I also want to be able to buy data. I also want to be able to go out, enjoy my life while putting out such information. And it is very essential that if you have an information that can help improve the life of people, people should pay for it. So do not let 1 or 2 followers or subscribers of yours try to make you feel bad for trying to sell your information, your solutions, your skill, your knowledge to them. That's the first one. So now, how do you monetize your content? Now, I have a free course that is going to be linked in the description where I share with you the 7 levels of monetization. You can actually check that out. But let me give you 3 ways you can monetize your content. Now, the first way you can monetize your content, especially if you have low views, you have low subscribers, you're just starting out as a beginner, is through affiliate marketing. And there's something people do that is so wrong with affiliate marketing. I've always said it, there's nothing like affiliate marketing being a skill that you learn. The illustration I gave when I made a particular tweet on X was like affiliate marketing is like first touch when it comes to football. You know, for you to become a good footballer, your first touch needs to be very good. It's the same way I view affiliate marketing. Like, for you to be a very good business person, you have to be very good with affiliate marketing. Now, let me show you what you need to do with affiliate marketing. Only promote the product that you are using in your videos. I'll give you an example. I'm using a mic that is about 250,000 naira, which could be around, I think that should be like $150, $200 for the mic. Now, I can easily promote this mic because you can see me using it right now. I can promote the camera because you can see me using it right now. Do you know what other things I can promote? If this video is a screen recording video, I can promote the screen recording application I'm using. If I am talking about video editing and I'm using CapCut to edit the video, I can promote CapCut affiliate program. If I'm talking about graphic design and I'm using Canva, I can promote Canva affiliate program. You see how easy it is? Because you saw me using it, it is very easy for you to buy from me because you are convinced that whatsoever results that I'm getting, the only way you can achieve that is by using this particular software that I'm using also. So that is one trick, and that is what I'm still doing up to today. I only promote affiliate products that I'm using. So aside being a business owner that runs an online business, I also have a company where people can sell digital products. It's called Cost Selling. You can check it out. It's linked in the description. Also, if you want to check out my company, which I started recently. I am also a forex trader, a crypto trader. I use a lot of softwares. One of the softwares that I use for trading is Xnex. I use some prop firms. I also use expert options or trade option tradings. So these are applications that I use every single day, softwares that I use every day, and they have affiliate program. I promote them on content where I talk about expert option, on content where I talk about forex and crypto. It's so simple, it's so easy, and people join. It's one of those programs that I made over $10,000 in a single year, passively promoting them. No ads, nothing of such, because people relate to your product. People will click when they see that that particular product is what you are using to make money. So that is how you want to go with affiliate marketing, and you can do that even if you are just getting 50 views, 20 views, 100 views on your content. Now the second way is selling a digital product. Now when it comes to digital product, my best way of doing this is to wait till my audience are crying for it, and they are going to be crying for it really soon, because obviously I am adding a lot of values to them. They would want to get my attention. They want me to solve a problem for them myself. They want me to do it for them. And they would want to learn more from me. So obviously, I would just create free content to the point where my audience are crying for a product. It's worked for me severally. When I was into YouTube automation and the rest, people were crying for my product. When I was into CPA marketing, people were crying. When I was into expert option and forex trading and everything, people were crying for my product. And so I always wait. It's the strongest indication that I need to start creating a course. So I do not really create a course. As of right now, all of the courses that I had before are now dropped down on course selling to like 2,000, 5,000 naira that you can get it. I've dropped all the prices because currently I'm no longer promoting any product. The only way I'm going to promote or create a digital product is when my audience start asking for a product. And once I start seeing the comment, I know it's the right time for me to go out there and create a very good product that would help them. Number two is selling digital product. You can start by selling low ticket. Never start by selling the $500 course, the $1,000 course. Start with the $20 course. Start with the $10 course. If you want to be smart with all of this, why not start with a $1 course? It doesn't have to be a long course. It could be just an ebook that is more like 5 page. I think when I did $1 course last, it was just a simple roadmap. It's more like a step-by-step guide, step one, step two, step three. So I just dropped it there. I think 5 steps, and people bought it. And I made a whole lot of money. I think over 3K just by selling it. Just $1. Very cheap. People were interested in it. People saw it as it's just $1. So they bought it. So I made a whole lot of money from there. But then the informations and the feedback I got from the $1 was what enabled me to create the $50 course, and then enabled me to create the $200 course, and so on and so forth. So basically, that is what you can do. And lastly is brand deals and sponsorship. And I want to tell you this: a lot of people will teach you go out there and start writing to companies to promote your product, like to give you product to promote. I don't do that. What I do is just create my content and they come to me. All of the companies that I'm working with up to today, they always come to me via my email, on Telegram, or WhatsApp, and ask for promotion. I never message any company. And the best way to achieve that, and what I saw from my content, was that the more they see me talking about different products, like if I'm a graphic designer or a video editor, and they see me using CapCut, a strong opposition, a strong competitor of CapCut will approach you and be like, instead of you using CapCut, why not use our software? We're going to pay you this amount for each video you make using our software, and you're also going to get affiliate commission. So I get paid for the brand deals, like using their software in my videos. I also get paid for affiliate commissions, and sometimes they even give me higher percentage than a regular affiliate that just go to their website and join their affiliate program. So this is the way I do it. This is the 3 monetization step. Although there are numerous ones, which, like I said, I've shared them in my free course that you can use to monetize your content as you like and as you wish. But the major thing right here is that you want to make sure all of these systems are in place. So pick your affiliate product and drop them in your description. If you create a digital product, set up your funnels and drop them. You want to go back to focusing on the basis, which is content creation. You want to keep on creating free value. so that you can get those views to all of these links that you have in your description. Don't be caught up in the process of trying to focus on the digital product, on the affiliate or marketing side of it, that you forget the real thing. In every business, and I actually learned this, I made a $10,000 mistake with my company that I started last year. And what I did was that I employed so many people, and then I started running so many wasteful ads until I realized that I had to simplify the entire process. That what matters in business is actually making profit. It doesn't matter the strategy, it doesn't matter the format, it doesn't matter how professional you are. As long as a particular ads, as long as a particular traffic is giving you profit, why not stick to it? Why try to overcomplicate the process when you can simply just go through the easy route and make money with it? And when I discovered that, I sacked a lot of the workers that I have, and I reduced my ad budget to very minimal, and then I started getting good results. And then from the little platform I'm getting results, I can now scale from there. This is exactly how business works. So try as much as possible to focus on leads, getting traffic to your business, getting people to see your product, not focusing on the product itself, trying to make your landing page perfect, trying to make your product the best in the universe, trying to make sure that you convert. It's obvious that you are not going to convert much. Just focus on lead generation and use the small conversion rate you have on your product as much as you can to get more sales to your product. This is the exact way I monetize my content in the very beginning. Like I said, I added more ways in the free course that I have in the description, which you can check out. Now, let me give you one more assignment. Write down a product or a service that you want to offer to your ideal audience. Write it down. After writing the product and service, write out where your ideal audience is and where you want to take them to. The process is simple. So let me say, for instance, where my ideal audience is like they do not know how to edit, they do not know how to use CapCut, they do not know how to edit videos that go viral. And where I want to take them to, how to edit with CapCut, how to edit viral videos, and how to color grade. Maybe those could be where I want to take them to. So I have where they are, where I want to take them to. So in between, I know that is where I need to fill in. So I cannot get there from they do not know how to edit to how to edit. They do not know how to edit viral videos to how to edit viral videos. They do not know how to design a thumbnail to how to design a thumbnail. They do not know how to create a sales funnel to how to create a sales funnel. They do not know anything about affiliate marketing to how to promote their product using affiliate marketing. So it's clear, and then I just fill in the steps in between to get them from I do not know to I now know. And that's the entire process. So write that down so it gives you an idea of what you want to do. So if you're offering it as a service, it's fine. You can do that. You follow that roadmap in teaching them the steps and the process to achieve I do know now. And then if you're offering it as a product, whether an ebook or a course, now a course could be 30 minutes, it could be 1 hour. It doesn't have to be 3 hours or 6 hours long. Just keep in mind that you fill in those steps to take them from I do not know to I now know. So now let's talk about the common mistake most value creators make while creating content and while trying to monetize their content. They've been making this mistake for like years. But what I want to do right now is to show you how you can correct those mistakes. And even if you are not making this mistake, I want to share with you these mistakes so you are aware of them and you can keep guard or keep watch for these mistakes. Number one is actually chasing views instead of solving problems. Now, one of the advice people give on YouTube is that as you create content, look at your videos and look at the one that is performing the most and double down on that. Now, that is really good and it's a good advice if the topic you are doubling down on is what will drive you the best audience. There are some topics you double down on and it gives you the wrong audience, the audience you do not need for your channel. So what I do is very, very simple. I always assess my channel based on the ideal audience I want to attract. And I made this mistake myself, and that is why it's my number one mistake for value creator. Try as much as possible to stop chasing views. Now, I know there's a kind of pride feeling like I have a 10,000 subscriber YouTube channel and I get 5,000 views per video. There's a pride feeling to that. And a lot of people have this pride feeling on YouTube, but they are broke. They are making $0. They are relying on ad revenue that pays you almost nothing. Like I look at my YouTube analytics and sometimes I'm surprised about it. This month I can get a RPM of $10, $15, and next month I'm getting $3 and I'm still creating the same content. It is not a reliable income source. It is not sustainable. You need to monetize the right way. And the only way you can monetize the right way is when you put in monetization process for your content in place that allows you not to focus so much on ad revenue any longer. So stop chasing views, stop chasing pride and the rest. I know it looks good on your channel, it looks good on your bio, on social media, when bragging with your friends and when bragging with other content creators. But what matters the most is making money. It's the mistake I made with my company and I regretted it. It affected my finances for like 1, 2 months, but then it's what it is. I was chasing doing things professionally where I should have just done it my own way, which is basically doing things in the very simple and easy way. So that is the first mistake. Stop chasing views and focus on solving problems so that you can attract your ideal audience and so that your ideal audience can buy from you. Now, the second mistake a lot of people make is being inconsistent and copying others. Now, copying others is good as long as you add your own tweaks. Remember, I said your free content should be what people want. And what people want is basically what the algorithm or YouTube is pushing out to more people. It's basically algorithm means human being. And whatsoever the algorithm is pushing, whatsoever topic, content that the algorithm is pushing, it simply means that more people are interested in that content. So it's fine if you copy that. But what you want to do is to make sure that in that video, people should get your unique take. You should be able to add value in your own way, in your own unique way, and it should not just be copy and paste content. So if the content does not relate to you as a content creator, if you do not have any unique take, I most probably would say do not copy such content because you want to put out and build trust over time. So you want to have a particular way you talk, a particular kind of value you give out. Like I said, one industry, one problem, one solution. Now your solution or your approach to solving a particular problem would be different from the approach another value creator would use in solving that problem. Now, inconsistency is another issue. And the biggest way I try to address consistency, even in my own business, is booking content or bulk creating content. So I bulk create content, I bulk edit content, and I bulk upload content so I'll be consistent. Now, this is 2026. As of recording this video, today is like 7th of January, and I can tell you that I have videos that will be posted in the entire January. If I rush the upload of the content I already have, but this content is going to come out mostly late January or 1st of February. And I'm going to make like 3, 4, 5 contents today that will be created or uploaded in a different day. So I bulk create, I bulk edit, and I bulk upload so that I can remain consistent with my content and with production. Because the truth is that you are being consistent not because of you, but because of the platform. All social media platform rewards consistency. I started a new TikTok channel based on monetization and monetizing content as a value creator. And for like 3 months, I was getting low views until like last 3 days, I started seeing good views, 500, 700, 900. One video even got up to 10K views. That's consistent. We are posting 3 times all these 3 months. It's consistency. And I know that for the next 3 months, we most likely would hit 5 to 10K followers already. Because once the platform recognizes your account, gets your audience in place in the algorithm, they start promoting your content to the right people. The same thing works on YouTube. So consistency really, really pays on this platform. They take it serious. For this platform, is business. The more content you post, the more ads they can run and the more money they can make. And if you are that creator that gives them more content to run ads on, you are their favorite guy. Now, number 3 mistake a lot of people make is selling early or selling aggressively. Like I said, in my own personal way, I always make sure that my audience start asking for product, for a paid product before I even create a paid course for them. You can follow that route, or because you want to monetize early, then monetize with a very low ticket product that you just leave in your description and focus on adding value. Naturally, people are going to just check your description and then buy from you. So you can create a product that's like $10, that's like $20 and drop it in your description. Talk about it once in a while in your content, or focus on creating value and building trust over time. Remember the 7-11-4 rule. 7 hours of content for people to trust you, 11 touch points where they like and see you in different places, and 4 different platforms. Like I said, it's not a standardized rule, but remember that in your mind that you need 7 hours to build trust. So don't rush it. Your entire content on your channel is not even up to 7 hours and you're expecting a sales. You get where I'm trying to go with this. Now, number 4 is ignoring your audience feedback. And this particular one, I've been guilty of it even up to now, even on this channel. I think one of my New Year resolution for my channel was that I'm going to answer every single comment on my videos. The reason I've been unable to answer comments in time past was because I'm in different platforms. So now I have social media manager that helps me manage the comments on other platforms except YouTube. So right now I'll be more focused on YouTube and I'll give my reply. So if you leave a comment having any question of such, I'm going to reply to every single one of your comments and provide the best answer for you. That's exactly what you need to do. Make sure you answer every single comment, even if it's I, say hello to. Mistake number 5, and this is one of the biggest mistake I see a lot of value creator makes. A lot of entrepreneurs, big entrepreneurs that are making millions of dollars with paid ads, when they start content creation, they make this mistake. And I do not know why this particular value is coming up in this point of this video, but I think I'm going to actually create a full video on this, and that is failure to learn the platform you are creating content on. A lot of us think because we have value, think because we have the best solution, think because we have the best paid course. Because of that, the platform is just going to promote our content for us. Like YouTube is just going to be, you have the best solution, so I'm going to give you millions of views. Or TikTok is going to be like, you have the best solution, I'm going to give you millions of views. It doesn't work that way. This is not your father's platform. You need to learn the platform. What I mean learning the platform, you need to learn how YouTube works. You need to learn what gets views on YouTube, audience retention, YouTube thumbnails, like your click-through rates. You need to learn about the platform, SEO, how to upload videos, your tagging, everything. You need to learn about it. And I would tell you, I started YouTube in 2019, and up to date, I still watch videos on YouTube growth. I still buy courses on how to grow on YouTube because I'm forever learning the YouTube platform. It's the same with TikTok. I still buy courses on TikTok. I still pay for consultation and coaching on how to grow my TikTok page because that's the two platforms I'm focused on. Although I also post on Instagram, X, and the rest, but those are the platforms I'm focused on right now. So learn the platform. Even if you have the best camera, you're not going to get views on YouTube unless you know how the platform works. Even if you have the best information and you are the best guy to speak on this topic, you are the most qualified, you are not going to get a single view on YouTube unless you learn the platform. Now, avoiding of this mistake I've listed is going to shorten your learning curve, and it's also going to shorten the amount of time you move from building trust to actually monetizing your content. So take this really, really serious. Also, you need to understand that being a value creator is a long-term game. I've been doing this for 2019, and specifically, this is the only year I have decided to teach people on how to be a value creator. But I've been doing this for multiple years and I've never taught people how to be a value creator. I only decided that I'm going to start teaching other people to become value creator like myself because I think that is the point I am in my business journey. I'm a very comfortable guy and I do not really aim to become the richest online. But I think for what I've been able to do for myself and for my family, I think this is the best time to get people into this system of being a value creator so that they can monetize their content and make money from it in 2026. So it's a long-term game. I need to play it smartly. And I've shared with you how to play it smartly. Now, the number one way is focusing on giving out value and not chasing clout. Don't chase what is trending, what is getting the most views. Focus on value that appeals to your ideal audience. Second is choosing your niche and your ideal audience. Pick a topic, write out the problems you are trying to solve, write out the solutions to those problems, and create content so that you can attract your ideal audience. The next thing I talked about was structuring your free content like a mini course. Now, it's not going to be arranged accordingly. It's going to be based on what YouTube wants. What I mean by that is what the algorithm presents to you that your audience wants. And then your paid content is most likely going to be in an organized format from point A to point 10, all of the organized steps that people need to take to achieve the result that you preach that you share on your content. Next would be monetizing without pushing. So you can employ different monetization steps. Like I said, there's a free course that I share with you all of the 7 monetization levels for different content creator based on different levels that you can watch in the description. And lastly, those mistakes are very important. Now, there's a video on the screen that will share with you 4 stages of content monetization. I want you to go ahead and watch that particular video right now. It's going to share with you all of the 4 stages that you can monetize your content as a value creator.